Stop settling for a haircut that drags your features down just because you were told it was the safe choice for your age. It is 2026, and the outdated rules of shorter is better or flat is professional are officially over. Yet so many women are still stuck with heavy, boxy silhouettes that unintentionally add 10 years to their reflection. Today, we are exposing the 7 specific cuts that have become major style offenders this year. And more importantly, I am showing you the modern, chic alternatives that will make you feel like the most vibrant version of yourself. Welcome back to Sage Advice, the space where we redefine what it means to grow older with grace, confidence, and cutting-edge fashion. Before we dive into the transformations that will revitalize your look for 2026, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community of women who believe that style only gets better with time. Give this video a thumbs up, and let's get straight into the first look you need to leave behind. The first style we have to address is the boxy shoulder-length cut, a look that has unfortunately become a default for many women who want to keep some length but aren't sure how to style it. The problem with this cut is its heavy, one-length perimeter that hits right at the shoulders, causing the hair to tint outward or flip awkwardly. In 2026, we've moved away from these stagnant, horizontal lines because they create a visual anchor that pulls the eyes downward, emphasizing any loss of elasticity in the jawline and neck. When your hair lacks internal movement, it tends to look like a heavy curtain rather than a dynamic frame, often appearing thinner at the roots and overly bulky at the ends. Instead of this dated silhouette, the 2026 upgrade you should be asking for is the Luxe Lob with invisible layers. This alternative maintains that sophisticated medium length but incorporates subtle, shattered layers throughout the interior of the hair to remove excess weight without sacrificing the thickness of your ends. By thinning out the bulk that usually sits around the ears and chin, the hair gains a natural lift at the crown, providing a much-needed vertical boost to your facial features. It's a transition from a cut that just hangs there to one that actually flows and bounces when you move, which is the ultimate hallmark of youthful-looking hair. To really master this look, talk to your stylist about point cutting the ends to ensure there are no harsh, blunt lines that fight against your shoulders. You want a soft, tapered finish that curves inward or outward naturally, depending on your hair's texture, whether you wear it sleek or with a soft, lived-in wave. This version of the lob provides a structured yet airy feel that looks expensive and intentional, rather than just growing out a shorter style. The second haircut on our list to avoid is the helmet pixie, characterized by overly structured, uniform layers that are stiffened into place with heavy hold products. This look often results from a fear of messiness, leading to a cut that is so precise and symmetrical it ends up looking like a wig rather than natural hair. In 2026, this frozen style is a major fashion faux pas because it creates a harsh, immobile frame around the face that emphasizes every fine line and shadow. When hair doesn't move, it loses its vitality, and a stiff silhouette can make the hair look significantly thinner and more brittle than it actually is, which is the opposite of the healthy, hydrated look we are aiming for this year. The alternative style you should consider is the textured shaggy pixie, which trades those rigid, blunt layers for soft, feathered pieces that create a sense of playfulness and air. Unlike the helmet cut, this alternative haircut focuses on varied lengths that allow for natural movement and volume at the crown without the need for excessive teasing or hairspray. By incorporating longer, wispy pieces around the ears and the nape of the neck, you create a much softer transition that flatters the jawline. This 2026 version of the pixie is all about touchable texture, giving you a modern, undone elegance that looks effortlessly chic, whether you're at a gallery opening or just running errands. To achieve this modern look, ask your stylist to use a razor or thinning shears to create shredded ends that break up the density of the hair. This technique ensures that the style stays light and airy, preventing that dreaded clumped look that ages a shortcut. When styling the alternative haircut, reach for a lightweight styling, wax, or a dry texture spray, instead of traditional aerosols. This allows you to piece out the layers and direct them away from your face, opening up your features and giving you a natural, sunlit glow. The third haircut we need to discuss is the flat-ironed curtain, which consists of long, pin-straight hair with a harsh center part and absolutely no volume at the roots. While the glass hair trend was popular in years past, on a woman over 50 in 2026, this style can be incredibly unforgiving because hair naturally loses some of its density and elasticity over time. Wearing it perfectly, straight and flat against the scalp, creates a series of vertical lines that mirror and exaggerate any sagging in the face. Furthermore, a strict center part acts like a spotlight on the thinning that often occurs at the crown, making the hair look sparse and lank rather than sleek and sophisticated. The alternative style that will completely transform your look is the dimensional wave with a couture part. This alternative haircut focuses on adding soft, face-framing layers that start around the chin to create a lift where the face naturally begins to taper. Instead of that harsh center split, we are embracing a deep side part, often called the couture part in 2026, which instantly shifts the weight of your hair to one side, creating the illusion of incredible volume and a more asymmetrical, interesting silhouette. To bring this alternative style to life, you want to avoid the flat iron and instead use a large barrel curling wand or a round brush to create soft, C-shaped curves that move away from the face. The goal in 2026 is to have hair that looks like it's full of air. So, using a root-lifting mousse on damp hair is essential before you even start styling, by trading those flat, vertical lines for rounded, horizontal volume. You provide your face with a soft focus frame that radiates health and luxury. This look is much more forgiving, much more modern, and it gives you that just stepped out of the salon energy every single day. The fourth style to steer clear of this year is the micro or baby bang. Those ultra-short fringe cuts that end high on the forehead, well above the eyebrows. While these can look edgy on a runway in 2026, they are often too severe for a mature face because they create a horizontal line across the forehead that acts like a highlighter for expression lines and brow furrows. Additionally, because hair growth can slow down or become finer at the hairline, these short bangs often appear gappy or sparse, lacking the density needed to look intentional. This cut tends to box in the face, making it look shorter and heavier rather than providing the youthful, open appearance we want to achieve at this stage of life. The alternative haircut that is taking over 2026 is the Pamela fringe, a long, wispy, and incredibly soft bang that grazes the tops of the eyelashes and tapers down toward the cheekbones. This alternative style is far more flattering because it hides forehead lines while drawing immediate attention to your eyes, your most expressive feature. Unlike the blunt baby bang, this version is cut with a curved silhouette, meaning the edges are longer than the center, which creates a beautiful contour effect for your face. It provides a veiled look that feels mysterious and romantic, rather than harsh and clinical, giving you a built-in filter that softens your entire aesthetic. When you go to the salon for this alternative style, ask your stylist for bottleneck or curtain bangs that are point cut for a feathered, see-through texture. You don't want a solid wall of hair. You want a fringe that you can easily move or tuck behind your ears. Styling this look is a breeze. Simply use a medium-sized, round brush to blow the bangs forward, and then slightly to the side to create that effortless 2026 lived-in vibe. This shift from a short, blunt line to a long, airy fringe provides an instant facelift effect, softening your features and giving your hair a sense of modern, chic movement. The fifth haircut you should avoid at all costs is the excessive mullet shag, a style that features extreme, disconnected layers, where the top is cut very short and the bottom is left long and thin. While the resurgence of the shag has been popular, the version that goes too far, leaving the ends looking stringy or tail-like, is a major mistake in 2026. This happens when too much weight is removed from the mid-lengths, causing the bottom of the hair to lose its structural integrity and look unhealthy. For women over 50, this loss of hemline density can make the hair appear much thinner than it actually is, creating a scraggly silhouette that looks accidental rather than fashionable. The alternative style that is defining the 2026 aesthetic is known as the boulet, a sophisticated, French-inspired take on the shag that prioritizes structure and thickness. This alternative haircut maintains the cool, effortless layers of a shag, but keeps the perimeter of the hair blunt and full to ensure it looks dense and luxurious. Instead of thinning out the bottom, the bullet focuses on internal shredding, where the layers are, tucked hidden inside the haircut to provide lift at the crown while keeping the overall shape solid and expensive looking. It's the perfect balance for someone who wants that rock and roll edge without sacrificing the appearance of healthy, voluminous hair. When requesting this alternative style, emphasize to your stylist that you want shattered, face-framing pieces but a solid baseline. You want the movement to happen around your cheekbones and jawline to provide that lifting effect, but you want the back to look thick and uniform. This look works beautifully with your natural texture. Simply apply a bit of salt spray or a lightweight curl cream and let it air dry to embrace that effortless 2026 energy. The sixth haircut to steer clear of in 2026 is the crunchy perm, or any overly processed, stiff curl. This look is defined by tight, uniform ringlets that are frozen in place with high-alcohol mousses or gels, resulting in a texture that looks dry and brittle to the touch. The danger with this style as we age is that it mimics the look of damaged, parched hair, which can make your overall complexion look duller and more tired. Furthermore, when curls are this rigid, they don't drape naturally around the face. Instead, they create a static, frozen silhouette that feels stuck in a previous decade. In 2026, beauty is all about the glow, and a crunchy, immobile texture is the fastest way to extinguish that youthful radiance. The alternative style that is trending right now is what stylists are calling cloud curls or air-dried luxury. This alternative haircut relies on long, seamless layers that allow your natural curl or wave pattern to expand and breathe rather than being compressed into tight, wet-look coils. The focus here is on hydration and cloud-like softness, where the hair looks bouncy, touchable, and incredibly healthy. Instead of a stiff halo of curls, this alternative style encourages the hair to fall in soft, irregular patterns that blur the lines around the face, providing a romantic and softening effect that works like a real-life beauty filter on your features. To achieve this 2026 look, you'll want to swap out your crunch-inducing products for high-moisture cream, gels, or leave-in silk conditioners. When styling this alternative style, the goal is to set and forget. Apply your product to soaking wet hair. Scrunch gently with a microfiber towel, and avoid touching it until it is completely dry to prevent frizz while maintaining that soft, pillowy texture. By moving away from the rigid, crunchy perm and embracing the airy volume of cloud curls, you're choosing a look that screams modern luxury and health. The seventh and final haircut to cross off your list is the severe middle part bob, a chin-length cut that is perfectly symmetrical and parted right down the center. While this look is often praised for its clean lines, it is incredibly difficult to pull off after 50 because it acts like a literal plumb line for the face. By splitting the hair exactly in half, it draws the eye to any natural asymmetry, such as a slightly drooping eyelid or a deeper smile line on one side, while the sharp, horizontal baseline at the chin can make the neck look shorter and emphasize a softening jawline. In 2026, we are moving away from these harsh geometric shapes that trap the face and instead looking for styles that provide a sense of openness and lift. The alternative style that is much more flattering and modern is the soft curved bob. This alternative haircut takes the classic bob length but adds beveled ends and a slightly rounded silhouette that curves gently toward the face, instead of a sharp, blunt edge that cuts your neck off. This version uses internal graduation to create a soft C-shape that follows the contour of your bone structure. It's often styled with a slightly off-center or diagonal part, which breaks up the symmetry of the face and provides an instant lift to the eyes and cheekbones. To get this 2026 look right, ask your stylist for a lived-in bob with beveled edges rather than a blunt force cut. You want the ends to have a slight tuck to them, which can be achieved through a clever cutting technique that allows the hair to fall naturally into a curved shape without much effort on your part. When styling this alternative haircut, use a large round brush to flip the ends slightly inward or a flat iron to create a soft S-wave for a bit of extra volume. This transition from a severe, boxy bob to a soft, curved silhouette is the ultimate way to frame your face with elegance and light, ensuring you look current and sophisticated for the year ahead. And there you have it, the 7 haircuts that are officially staying in the past, and the stunning modern alternatives that will help you own 2026 with confidence. Whether you choose the airy movement of cloud curls or the sophisticated lift of a couture part, the goal is always to choose a style that makes you feel powerful. When you catch your reflection, your hair is a reflection of your energy, and by embracing these updated silhouettes, you are telling the world that your style is only getting more refined and intentional with every passing year. If this guide helped you find your next salon inspiration, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with a friend who is looking for a fresh start this season. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these alternative styles are you most excited to try? Or is there a look you've recently ditched that made you feel brand new? Don't forget to subscribe to Sage Advice so you never miss our weekly deep dives into the best of fashion, beauty, and lifestyle for the modern woman. Thank you so much for watching. Stay beautiful, stay confident, and I will see you in the next one.